You're listening to SoapDirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, reality TV fans. Today we're going to be digging into some material related to Alaskan Bush People, the long-running Discovery Channel series. And today we're going to look at who's died on Alaskan Bush People. Now, clearly, the first thing that's going to spring to your mind is the Brown family patriarch, Billy Brown. But there's actually other tragedies surrounding their family and the production of the Discovery Channel show. So let's dig in and take a look at who's passed away on Alaskan Bush People. First of all, let's start with the obvious one. Billy Brown died at age 68. They were actually filming a season of Alaskan Bush People when he died, and longtime fans know that Billy had multiple health struggles. At the time of his passing, it was actually his son Bear Brown that broke the news, saying that the family is heartbroken to confirm that Billy Brown passed away last night. Then the Discovery Channel put up a really nice tribute to him. They called him a trailblazer and a lovely man. As seen on the show, if you've been watching, Billy Brown had seizures, among many other health concerns. And it was a seizure that took his life, but he also had breathing problems. He had kidney issues. If you remember, when they were first coming up onto the mountain there in eastern Washington, he couldn't be up there all the time because the air was thinner, and he kept having to come down off the mountain and couldn't live up there. And so there was a big concern. Here's what Bear Brown said about his dad's passing. "We are heartbroken to announce that our beloved patriarch Billy Brown passed away last night after suffering from a seizure. He was our best friend, a wonderful and loving dad, granddad, and husband, and he will be dearly missed. He lived his life on his terms, off the grid and off the land, and taught us to live like that as well. We plan to honor his legacy going forward and to continue with his dream. We ask for privacy and prayers during this painful time. God bless everyone." You may remember in past episodes of Alaskan Bush People that Billy had been hospitalized for respiratory issues. In 2019, he needed surgery, and Bear had said at the time that things with his dad's health were getting worse. If you don't know, Billy Brown was born December 3rd, 1952 in Fort Worth, Texas, and after 12 seasons of filming the family's reality series, he died on February 7th, 2021. The family had him cremated after his passing. Amy Brown, in addition to losing her husband, has suffered deaths in her family. She lost two other people. You may recall years ago that Amy Brown herself had health issues, and she had had advanced lung cancer. But now she is surviving and actually managing to thrive despite what's going on with her family. In early 2017, Amy was diagnosed after having months of health issues, and the family had to move out of the bush in Alaska to support her treatment, and so they ended up moving to California for a while. Unfortunately, Billy Brown isn't the only one that Amy Brown lost despite overcoming her own health issues. On September 19th, 2021, Amy's niece, Amber Nicole Branson, passed away. She was the daughter of Amy's brother, Renee Branson. It was a terrible ordeal. Amy's niece reportedly set herself on fire on April 29th, 2020, after years of struggling with mental health. When first responders found her, she had burns over 90% of her body. She admitted it was self-inflicted and called it a, quote, faith test. That's really sad, right? Doctors had said at the time her injuries were not survivable, so the family took her off life support on April 30th, and Amber Brandon died on May 1st, 2020. She had been born on February 8th, 1976. She was 44 when she took her life. 2 months later, Amy's brother, who was Amber's father, also died. His full name is Larry Renee Branson. He was born December 28th, 1953. However, Amy has two siblings that are still alive. She has a sister, Gina Williamson, and a brother, Les Branson, that are still alive now. But their brother, Renee, died July 22nd, 2020 of renal cell carcinoma which is kidney cancer. Amy's brother was 66 when he died, and then it was the next year that Billy Brown died. So Amy lost her niece, then she lost her brother, and then she lost her husband. Another loss we need to talk about among the Alaskan Bush people and associated families is Bear Brown and his wife lost a baby. I don't know if you remember this. They're married now, but Bear Brown and Raven Brown had a tumultuous relationship for quite a while. She showed up on Alaskan Bush People, and the cameras filmed their courtship. If you don't remember, she was working with her mom, who's a photographer, at one of the family weddings, and that's how she met Bear. But things got volatile with them, and they broke up. Then they got back together. They got engaged in 2019, and then they broke up again. They were still broken up when Raven gave birth to their son, River Brown. He was born on March 9th, 2020, but that was while they were estranged. There was a whole lot of drama around that, and Bear wasn't there for the birth of his son. But the Alaskan Bush People pair reunited, and then they get split up again from April to August of 2021. They got married on January 16th, 2022, and they suffered a miscarriage, though, in those intervening months. And Raven later came out and blamed their very upsetting and very stressful 2021 split for the miscarriage. But they were expecting a rainbow baby after that. She had announced another pregnancy on May 28th, 2022, and now they've had that baby, and it's happy and healthy. She gave birth in February of 2023. After that terrible pregnancy loss, she and Bear were thrilled to come out again and say they were expecting a rainbow baby. If you don't know that phrase, that is the baby after a pregnancy loss. Their other son, River, is doing great, and he's excited to be a big brother, and the family's still trying to hold itself together after losing Billy Brown. And if you watch the most recent season of Alaskan Bush People, Billy Brown was constantly talked about. The family splintered a little. Some of the kids went up to Alaska. Some are planning a permanent move there. But Billy Brown was ever present, and he's obviously the largest looming death from Alaskan Bush People. But as you've now learned, there were several deaths linked to the show. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. Check us out at SoapDirt.com for the latest reality TV news.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. SoapDirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.